Fashion is obsessed with its own history, nowhere more so than in the rarefied world of haute couture. Within this dress, the allusions to fashion's past are twofold. The first obviously being the 1947 new look created by the designer whose name is still stitched inside this gown, Christian Dior. The other reference is to the mid-19th century Second Empire fashions sported by the Empress Eugenie, that were devised by the godfather of the entire industry of haute couture, and indeed of fashion as we know it, Charles Frederick Worth. The designer of this dress is another Englishman, John Galliano, whose magpie approach to historical fashions is ideally suited to the world of haute couture. Galliano's obsessions are not just aesthetic, they are also in the construction of his garments. Dior himself often created dresses that could stand up by themselves, and Galliano, while reinventing that construction for the modern world, pays homage to Dior's love of highly artificial silhouettes. This ball gown has layer upon layer of tulle to give the fullness to the skirt, while the bodice itself is constricted by a corset and padded around the breasts. The embroidery on this dress is another throwback, again not only to the 40s and 50s and to the Second Empire, but to the Belle Epoque. The colour of this dress, the pastel shade of yellow, is very much a turn of the century colour, redolent of Christian Dior's mother, who was apparently his inspiration when designing the full-skirted new look. It's also reminiscent, to my eyes, of Charles James, an Anglo-American couturier who, none less than Balenciaga, credited as the world's best and only dressmaker. James is again quoted as one of Dior's inspirations in the full-skirted Corolle line that came to be dubbed the new look, and was credited by many as being one of the very few couturiers who was able to raise fashion from an applied art form to a pure art form. In my opinion, John Galliano is another.